Hey everybody, thank you for joining me once again. Today we're going to start learning your 5 essential scales for guitar. Now scales are melodic sounding patterns of notes that you can use to do things like writing melodies, writing riffs, and improvising, writing solos. So I'm going to show you each scale slowly and then a little more quickly, and then at the end of each video there's going to be a short example of a solo that was written using that scale. Then after that, there's going to be a backing track so that you can try to learn the solo yourself, or you can try to make up your own solos. I hope you have fun with it. Now, each of these scales is shown in a really easy beginner pattern. By all means, these are not the only patterns you can use to create these scales with. However, these are really easy ones to learn and to just get into if it's your first time playing them. These are also movable patterns. That means that you can play them in any key or from any starting note. In other words, if you wanted to play, for example, a major scale in the key of A major, you would have to start the major scale pattern at the note A, which happens to be at the 5th fret. If you wanted to play a C major scale, you would do the exact same physical pattern, just starting from the note C, which happens to be here at the 8th fret. If you wanted to play a G major scale pattern, again, same exact physical pattern, just start it at G. So these are patterns you're going to want to memorize so that you can move them around the fretboard and essentially solo in any key. Let's start with your first one, very commonly used scale, especially on the guitar. This is called the minor pentatonic scale. Now I'm showing you all of these in the key of A minor or A major just because it's centrally located on the fretboard. But by all means, practice them at every starting fret. So here's the A minor pentatonic scale. Okay, we're going to hit 5th fret, 6th string. And then we're going to hit 8th fret, same string. Okay, then on the next string, 5, 7. Okay, next string, 5, 7. Nice walking pattern. Next string, 5, 7. Next string, 5, 8. And then your first string, 5. So that brings us through 2 octaves of the pattern, all the way from the note A to the note A. So let's go over that nice and slowly together, just ascending, which means going up in pitch. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 8, and 5, and 7, and 5, and 7, and 5, and 7, and 5, and 8, and 5. All right, now we're going to try it descending, which means going down in pitch. You don't want to think of these as forwards and backwards. You want to think of them as ascending and descending. So here's the descending pattern, nice and slowly. 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 8, and 5, and 7, and 5, and 7, and 5, and 7, and 5, and 8, and 5. Okay? Now, for those of you who are ready, we're going to try it a little faster. And this time, we're going to do something that you should do every time you practice the scale, which is we're going to do it straight ascending and then descending right away. And we're going to use what's called alternate picking. Alternate picking is going to be your best friend for playing faster runs, okay? It means we're going to alternate, literally, between downward pick strokes and upward pick strokes. So we're going to alternate every single note, down, up, and so on and so forth, okay? So here we go, a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, and... back down and... okay? And now for your solo example.